Anxiety. Anxiety. Is it something that we feel, or is it something... Wow, really? Queen of Swords comes out right away? And Page of Cups? Yes. Yes, Spirit, yes. We are supposed to guard ourselves the best way possible from evil and go out there and nothing but love. What else you got? Because that's where the positivity, freedom, and success and optimism comes from with the sun. Just like that. I shine my light on the world around me, and my radiance attracts more success. So how are we supposed to do this when we're under so much anxiety from the way, it's beautiful synchronicities are happening, and Spirit's trying to tell people where to go and how to go, and they don't go because they overthink stuff. They don't Knight of Pentacles. They don't offer. They don't offer because we're so also terrified. And I think anxiety is to blame. Anxiety. What if I were to say, working through anxiety myself, over especially this last month, I just found out that my thyroid medication has been cut in half because it was wrong. And going to the doctor isn't very easy. And all of my anxiousness, heart beating in my throat, feelings, a lot of them has subsided as I do a big exhale, because I knew it wasn't completely what was going on in my mind. But anyway, it worked out though, because I had to do a lot of studying here. And so anxiety, can we think of it as the same as a fever? Is it healing taking place? Is it the breaking of the fever? You know, a fever is really uncomfortable, but you know what it's doing? It's actually raising your body temperature to get rid of a foreign body. What if anxiety was not a flaw? What if anxiety, since so many of us are dealing with it, and I'm not talking about, and I might be talking about the whole umbrella, but I know some people are going to be like, yeah, there's some people that just can't. And there's some people that can't, but there is some people that can. And figure out how to overcome it. So if anxiety isn't a flaw, it's a healing in the nervous system. Then how do we overcome it? With the process of healing. Meaning you give it. And you give into it. You let it. Let them. Let it. There you go, Mel Robbins. Let it. Just let it. Allow it. We're feeding so much into fear of the anxiety. And I witnessed this for myself in the last month. Because I was like, why is my heart beating so loud that I can hear it in my head? Something's not right. So my body was saying something's not right. So, you know, this is from doing some research with David Bayer, like the aspirin, Bayer, Bayer. Check him out. He's amazing. But the meaning that you give it, resistance increases tension. Resistance in any aspect of anything increases tension. This is why I'm the kind of person that's like, okay, it is what it is. See, I wouldn't want to be because resistance increases tension. I'm not going to resist something. I'm not going to explain myself anymore. I'm just going to try to break the resistance and just be like, if it's resisting, fine. Because in the Chinese finger trap, you put your fingers inside and you pull for resistance, your fingers aren't going to come out. Sorry, I'm doing laundry. But The meaning that we give it. Resistance increases tension. It's the dark before the dawn. It's always has been here in like a stone. I feel like what I've found out is that it sits inside you like a stone until it's ready to come out. And then it's like, this is something that you have to work on. So let's go ahead and work on it. But then the fear of the anxiety is what's making your body do that whole heartbeat thing. Like something's not right. And it just gets louder and louder and louder until you're like, okay, something's not right. I got to work on it. In my case, yes, I had a bunch of mental noise going on and things happening in my life. But it also had a lot to do with the medication wasn't right. We make it worse by fearing it. And we won't let it release. So here are the activities, according to David Bear, what we should do. A or one, whatever. Allow it. 2, address that resistance. You know, a lot of us are not grounding, and we are beings of electrons, vibrations, and resistance, that word again. We are beings of all that. And, you know, we all have our boots on, our double socks on, and we can't get the earth's energy to ground. So that makes all of our frequencies kind of, you know, all over the place, right? The next thing you do is you do things that somebody without anxiety would do. So here's me. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go talk to people. Oh my gosh. I was good. And then I was like, okay, I'm ready to invite more people back into my life. And it just got louder. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that anymore. But I was doing the right thing, apparently, according to David Bear, right? This is a gift. Once thought through, it translates into wealth, power, influence, and to help others. So, you know, you don't feel well going to it. Even if it's the gym, right? You hear that all the time. I don't feel like going. I don't want to go. But as soon as you go, people walk out the gym with a big smile on their face. Like, I'm so happy I did that. We know as spirits that we would experience these problems because experience the problems lets you figure out what your desires are. So let's think about that. If you didn't like taste the whole smorgasbord, you wouldn't know what you actually like, right? And so just because person 1 doesn't like you or person 2 is resisting against you, it's you figure out what you don't want. And sometimes that makes you figure out what you do want. So with this, I thought, let me think about my puppy here, because we went to Florida. Thank you, Epic Realty, for sending us to Florida, which was amazing. But one of the negative side effects was my dog experienced separation disorder of sorts. Like a separation anxiety, not disorder. Anyway. I thought, okay, you need to regulate her nervous system. We're born without a nervous system of sorts to deal with this stuff. Dogs are born without a nervous system to deal with this stuff. Cats, I'm still not sure, as my cat is over there just like chewing on a box. Hey, Rose, stop. And horses. That's why we have such good relationships with them. We understand them. And so what do we do with the dog, with a pup that we're trying to train out of being worried when you just walk out the door and got to go do what you got to do? I got her a puzzle, make sure she has really good exercise. I'll leave for 5 minutes and make it uneventful. And mention that they do feed off of your anxiety as well. Then they are deregulated because you're going through all of this and they get deregulated. They get used to it. Military's great at this, right? They beat you down and bring you back up. Like, that's just resetting the nervous system, making it stronger, like a muscle. Like a muscle. They deregulate their feelings and then they start feeling more calm. Are we not the same? Are we not that simple? I know it's not simple to do, but isn't it simple to think about? And like, maybe this thing that we've only realized in the last, I've only realized in the last 20 years. It's only been respected probably for the last 20 years. We all knew that we were dealing with it. We all knew that our ancestors were dealing with it. Depression, anxiety. And we just put names to them and then we put medication. So instead of going to the doctor and getting a pill to make it go away, let's just try to do a little work here. And that's what I'm trying to do. So we're both born unregulated, meaning the nervous system. Humans and pups and dogs. We are dependent on external cues for safety. Okay, we're dependent on external cues for safety. You're trying to juggle the whole world and you turn on the news. And you're just like, I'm not safe. There's no place that we're safe. We're not safe. We're just not safe. Everywhere you turn on anything, you're not safe. You're not safe. You know, you thought meat and cheese and vegetables were safe. Well, guess what? They're not safe. Nothing's safe. You're conditioned by repetition, not logic. So we're trying to be logical. Like, I'm having this anxiety, so I'm going to go ahead and get a pill or whatever. Regulated through environment, tone, routine, and presence. So you get a tone from somebody, and even though they're in their own anxiety in their own head, they give you that tone because of something that happened to them in the past and their traumas of sorts. You take it on to yourself, you build your own anxiety, and then you build fear that your body's reacting to this anxiety, this stone that you set aside that's drawing back up because somebody gave you a tone. My pup learned this reactive behavior by chaos, inconsistency, and unpredictability. She had a nice schedule. I would be working at home most days. If I were to go out and show a property or something, I'd be out for 2-3 hours, come back. None of this 5-day in a row stuff. She's like, where's my family? I had a great person watching after her. Still, though, it wasn't her routine. So create a routine. This is, try to treat yourself like you would treat the puppy. Are you going to be like, what would we do if it was a puppy? We would create a routine. We would use a calm voice on the animal. Most of us would. We would limit overstimulation. We would correct gently. And then we would reward calm behavior. Reassure after stress. What we do, embrace the reaction. Embrace the reaction, not go, oh my God, what is this? And have a whole bunch of fear about it. And then kind of lose our minds even more. And then we would stimulate it, right? We'd be like, let's stimulate it more. Let's add alcohol, monster or energy drinks. Any energy drink will do. Cigarettes, caffeine. And then harsh self-talk. We're just like, I'm so stupid to be falling into that trap again. It's silly, but on a level, that's what we do. So what if we just resorted back and did what we would do to like a baby or a pup? Because all we're doing, you would never do that to a baby. Ever. You'd be like, what's your problem? Get over it. You need to just, this is not a big deal. Get yourself together. Some people might, but most people would not. Yet that's what we're doing to ourselves. No recovery allowed after stress. Expect calm without training it. We expect calm without training it. That's like not doing a damn thing for 3 years of your life and laying on a couch and eating nothing but Big Macs and then going outside and trying to lift a car. It ain't going to happen. We are just stuck in alert mode. We are not regulating. We are shifting. And our body is trying to transform so that we can get our desired result. Just like a dog. The dog is desiring to have, what was it? Desiring to have like consistency, predictability. A dog wants to feel safe. We all just want to feel safe. When a pup gets reactive, we don't yell at it. We don't try to change it. And we're not reacting to it. You get a feeling, problem, and anxiety from spirit. Say it's just a gift from whoever you subscribe to. It's saying, change what you don't like. I mean, you can go get the prescription and go on with your life. But if you're like me and you want to get to the bottom of it, embrace it as, what is this trying to tell me that I need to change? Then you blame relationships, you blame work, you blame politics. But try not to be in opposition to it. It doesn't mean do nothing. It means the calm gives you the thought that you are aligned or you're misaligned. So the calm is giving you the thought that you want to go back to calm. When you're misaligned, that's when the anxiety comes in. People all fall in and out of line. Example, you're behind on bills, you're behind on taxes, and you got the people calling you, for example. I say cancel Netflix first. Not because it's $15 a month, but because it's 3 hours that you're sitting there every day watching it. One call cancels the Netflix, gives you 3 hours to work on this kind of stuff. Well, I just don't have any time. Yep, yes you do. Everybody has the time, they just gotta find it. So when you're anxious, just realize that you're not developed. It's like climbing the stairs and being on level 4 to go to level 6. You're not, it's not comfortable, climbing the stairs. I mean, some people love it, but it's not comfortable. And you're going to miss the people who are on level 4 and 5 because they're kind of giving you the anxiety just because they want to stay in it. Like the horse that was to just stand in his own ick and not just jump the fence. Like, it's telling you just to jump the fence and get out of there. Think of all the external things that have to occur. So don't just sit there, meaning don't just not do anything, but embrace the calm. Think of all the external things that have to occur and really look at them. When you really look at them and you look at anybody who's famous, for some reason Taylor Swift just popped in my head. And I'm sorry if you're like a Taylor hater. Why is anybody a hater of anybody on that level anyway? Like, she doesn't care. She's so busy just following her spiritual downloads that y'all are just silly. But anyway, say Taylor Swift. Well, she wrote some songs. That's all she did. She just wrote some songs. She didn't invent the equipment. She didn't invent the social media. She did go sing that one song to at the awards or whatever and get noticed, you know, but somebody got her there. Like, what she did was only 1 to 2% of it. You think it's so huge, but it's really, all you have to do is 1 to 2% of whatever it is. Of course, we overthink it, and then we start having the anxiety of it, and then blah, 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 blah. The synchronicities of you being in the right place to meet a soulmate is amazing. And if you don't believe me, ask anybody who's actually met theirs and lived happily ever after. It's like, I just had a synchronicity conversation today. A dog got lost in the neighborhood, not mine this time, but it is my dog's girlfriend. And she is white. She's a white German Shepherd. She went off and went walking, looking for Captain, I'm sure. And she slipped off and fell into Dobbins Creek. Well, right, the creek right off of Dobbins, which Yeah. Anyway, she is white. The creek is white. Ice. The snow is everywhere. Driving around, everybody's looking for her. And her owner, he saw, I don't know how, in between two houses, he saw movement and somehow caught a glimpse of her eyes as lights were going past. She was in the water for 45 minutes. They're still trying to see if she's going to be okay. Just like laying her on the heated floor and trying to bring her up slow. That's synchronicities. That's amazing, because she never actually goes down that way. She usually is up this way. And there were so many things that made those people go to look for her there and find her. And if we're in these anxious moments, how are we going to see it, feel it, know it? If we're looking at the politics and all the time and getting all upset about it, how are we going to see, feel, and know when we actually meet somebody that should be there? Or how are we going to see, feel, and know if somebody should be there? The calm gives you the thought that you are aligned. The calm is what gives you the thought that you are aligned. Like if this video, that would be amazing. It helps a bunch of people. I don't know how, because I feel like I just ramble on. But, you know, I have to do it because I've been told that I write all this stuff down. I don't know why. Books and books of thoughts and feelings and just trying to get to the bottom of it. But it means say it does. Say I do. You give me the like. You give me the subscribe. I didn't create the internet. And David Bear says this too. I didn't create the internet. I didn't know who would click or not. I only did 1% to 2% of it with making this video. You know. And it doesn't take a lot. But I wouldn't have done it. It was a good situation because I was in it and I had to diagnose it for myself. And I just want to share because I really think I'm on to something. I'm really thinking that I'm on to something, that our fear of what is happening is so much bigger. We make it so much bigger and so much worse when it's all just something trying to tell us something's wrong. And the alarm bells are going crazy because we keep ignoring it, trying to stifle it, trying to stop it. So anyway, I hope that helps someone. Like and share and subscribe if you can. Be my 90%. No, I'm kidding. Have a good one.